Once upon a time, not far from Anansi's home, there lived a great king. This king had three beautiful daughters, but their names were kept a secret from everyone except their family. One day, the king made a proclamation saying, "Any man who can discover the names of my daughters shall have them as wives." Anansi was determined to find out. He bought a large jar of honey and went to the river where the princesses usually bathed. Nearby, there was a tall tree with sweet fruits. Anansi climbed the tree, picked some fruits, and poured honey over it. When the princesses came, he dropped one fruit to the ground. The first princess tasted it and, delighted by the sweetness, called her sisters by name. Anansi listened carefully. He dropped another fruit, and the second princess called out the names of the others. Finally, the third did the same. In this way, Anansi discovered all three names. Excited, he hurried back to the town and called a meeting of the king's elders for the next day. That evening, he told his friend Lizard the names and asked him to act as a herald at the court. The next morning, the king, his court, and all the townspeople gathered. Anansi reminded the king of his promise and declared that he knew the daughters' names. The king asked him to speak them aloud. At that moment, Lizard sounded the names on his trumpet. Everyone was amazed. The king, bound by his promise, gave his daughters to Lizard. Anansi was furious. He argued, saying he was the one who discovered the names, while Lizard only repeated them. He demanded at least two daughters, then even one, but the king refused. Anansi went home angry, vowing to take revenge on Lizard. After much thought, he made a plan. He went to the king and pretended he would travel early the next morning. To wake up on time, he asked the king to command his royal cock to crow at daybreak. The king agreed. But that night, Anansi crept to the cock's pen, killed it, and carried it to Lizard's house. While everyone slept, he cooked the bird, hid the feathers under Lizard's bed, and placed some meat near Lizard's hand. Then he poured boiling water into Lizard's mouth, making him unable to speak. The next morning, Anansi accused the king's cock of failing to crow. When the cock was found missing, the king ordered a search. No thief could be found, but Anansi slyly suggested, "Perhaps it was Lizard. After all, he stole my wives." The guards searched Lizard's house and found the feathers and cooked meat. When questioned, poor Lizard tried to speak but could only move his head helplessly. The king, thinking he refused to answer, grew angry and declared him guilty of theft. As punishment, the king took away his wives and gave them to Anansi. From that day on, lizards have always nodded their heads up and down as if to say, "Oh, how foolish it was to trust Anansi." I hope you enjoyed this short story. This story teaches us many lessons. Cleverness can be powerful, but so can cunning and trickery. And sometimes, trusting the wrong friend can cost you dearly. Did you enjoy this short tale? If so, stay tuned. We promise even more exciting, magical, and lesson-filled African folktales next time. Don't forget to subscribe to Folktales Chief and join us on this journey through the amazing world of African stories. See you next week.